everyone, Jeff here, and today I want to talk about Voidlingbound. I've had access to this for a few weeks now. I've put over 10 hours into it. I think this game is fantastic, but I also think it is for a very specific audience. So this is more like of a before you buy sort of video. Although, if you like what I say, highly recommended, and there'll be a link in the description below. So starting off, this is a creature collector, creature breeding game mixed with a third-person shooter. I'm not typically the biggest fan of like high movement third-person shooters like Risk of Rain, but it's kind of what's going on. And we'll get to the combat part second, but first I want to start off with the monster collecting. So this is the training room we have. We're on the spaceship. The world, the universe is being destroyed by these things. They're taking over planets. The planets are toxic to us, but the creatures can live in there, and we do the avatar thing. We jump inside their brain and control them directly. It's kind of sick. In this room is where things get really cool. It's where you evolve your creatures. Every creature also has a massive, like, skill tree, but it's not like one where you make choices. It's, you know, it just costs resources. It costs a lot of resources to level up. I've currently got all of these creatures unlocked. You see at least at the top, they've got like 9 or something. There's probably more, I don't know yet. But they all play very differently, so they're like entirely different characters, and they're all pretty cool. And the ones you like more, you can, you know, if you really like someone, invest a lot into them. If you don't really have to put points into them. So that's kind of cool. I just got this guy and this guy most recently. Haven't used them yet, but we'll see what it's like. And I think this was my first guy unlocked. That's why his stuff is upgraded the most. You get some special effects on your attacks and whatnot. It's kind of cool. Then you go over here to the evolution chamber. This place is where you evolve your Voidlings. And they all have big evolution trees. And this is how you're going to also upgrade your Voidling rank, for your Wrangler rank for the most part, which is going to allow you for more unlocks. For example, I don't think I've unlocked this guy before. Okay, so let me switch Voidlings. Let me see if I've got someone I can evolve real quick. Let's do this guy. Let's do this guy. I've got some poison I can use. So basically, you'll evolve them. They'll gain a new ability, depending on what you do, and then they'll branch off into another branching thing. So now, like, in this upgrade tree, we can either get this Splash Claw ability for our thing, or we can get Concussive Blow that applies stun, right? So we'll upgrade this, and then that's going to branch off into 2 more. So far, each Voidling has had 2, like, elemental paths. There's Ice, Fire, Poison, Plasma, and Electric so far. And then so on and so on. And then there's another one here. I'll just upgrade this, because also there's another thing you can do with these upgrades that I'll show right after this, which is also kind of sick. Like, this game is really awesome. Night Terror, Fear, and whatever debuffs. Okay, Wrangler rank went up. See how we unlocked all those things on the side? The eyes and the different visuals? Well, if you go over to the splicing station, you can pick one of your guys. I'm just going to pick, let me see here. I've got so many. I'm going to pick this guy. I have all of these things unlocked for him. So, once you've decided you want to change your guy into whatever, you can modify them however you want to. And it's really neat. And you can, like, change their specific, you know, the buffs they get for their modules, their, like, type of size, or tiny, bigger, whatever that changes, what abilities you want them to have based on what you've unlocked. I guess you can override the element too. I didn't even know you could do this till just now. That's kind of sick. That means you can have, like, you can have fire hose and make it also electric, so that's kind of cool. And then perks are also things that you get towards the end of the tree, so that's kind of cool. And then you would splice, and it costs a certain amount of these special resource, and you'll get, you know, you'll show what you're getting. The downside to splicing is that once you splice someone, you can't breed them. That's important, because if we go down to this other part, I will say one of the things I hope they'd add to this game is be able to teleport around, because right now you can open up your inventory here, but you can't like hop around to different stations, so a lot of time is spent running between these stations. Is you can have monsters and have them breed. So I'll cancel this one out. I got these two guys going. And, you know, you can take like, oh, say this guy who's got 21 strength and 6 agility is going to make eggs with that range. But if we add him with someone like this guy's got 18 vitality, now the chance of having up to 12 vitality and 13 strength on a level 1 monster, which is important, happens, right? And so when you complete a mission, you'll come over there, hatch the eggs, and you'll get stuff. And it's a little bit of RNG, and so on and so on. And then all these people have stuff you can spend points at to increase the rate at which you do all these things. This is a mission-based game for the most part. So I'm just going to go over here and click on... These are red. I don't know why these are red. If I don't have someone good for this, I don't know. Let's try this one. It's level 15. It is double weak to poison. This is a side activity, but it's weak to something we have. And, you know. But yeah, so mission-based gameplay. The missions are fairly short. I'm going to switch Voidlings. I don't really want that guy. I want... Hold on. Let's just back out. Some of the UI stuff is a little funky, admittedly. I want... if I had kept him over here, it would have been really easy. I want this duder right here, this big guy. So this guy's really not going to be like a third-person shooter because he's kind of a melee character. Oh, I also have a level. This guy's not been bred, by the way. He just came out of a random egg. And you'll find random eggs like all over the place. Let's just give him probably more vitality. He needs more armor. Yeah, so then this happens. We dive into their brain. Again, Avatar style. I'll let it rock. I normally skip this, but for the first time seeing it. I think this game's a lot of fun. Like, a lot of fun. It also plays pretty well in the Steam Deck. Some of the Voidlings are definitely better to control on a mouse and keyboard, but I guess it really depends on how comfortable you are on third-person shooters. So these survival areas will be small, like this, wave-based missions. And the fighting looks something like this. Every unit is going to have the same button layout. This character specifically is a stance character, though. Like, his ult switches stances. So he's a little bit different because most of the other Voidlings I've seen, their melee ability is on E. This guy, it's his main attack. But he's my main poison person right now. So I have the spit. So if I press Q, which is my ult, for some people it's crazy. For this guy, he jumps, switches to a different stance because it's technically 2 monsters in one. And now I'm like super fast. And I have some other stuff. So this is more of a tanky Voidling. But this is the gameplay. And then on other, so there's survival missions, and then there's another like exploration type missions that are a little bit bigger zones with hidden secrets like golden eggs and silver eggs and whatnot, and mutagens found throughout that you need to evolve your guy. And those so far are the only mission types I've seen, which feels like it's a little lacking. So it's kind of why I want to talk about this game rather than like just do a let's play of it like I normally do with a lot of the other videos. Because I feel like this game is really good for the people who like the combination of those two things. Like, if you really like the monster breeding plus this type of combat, again, some of the characters are more oh, that's not fall. Are more shooty than this guy, then you're really gonna enjoy this game. If you only like the third-person action and you don't care about the monster breeding, the monster, collecting part, I probably don't recommend it, just because as good as this combat feels, you're gonna spend a lot of time on the breeding part. Like, a lot of time. To the point where you might get annoyed. If you're, like, indifferent about it, it's probably fine. Like, if you're indifferent to either one side of the gameplay loop, it's fine. But if you actively don't like third-person shooters, or you actively don't like monster breeding, monster collecting type gameplay, then you're probably not gonna like this. If you like both, this game friggin' slaps, and I'm like, that's where I'm at. I'm basically down for any sort of action game. All right, so we switch back to slow. Instead of the wave, we have this dash. You're basically fighting like legions and robots so far. There's another enemy type that I haven't discovered. I'm assuming it comes after the next quest. I'm currently on the 3rd planet, but it seems like there's gonna be more. So that's the one thing I will say. It's possible that the game opens up to like a more open environment section at some point, but right now it currently does not have that. The levels are pretty tight. Like, even the explore levels, not a lot of exploring to do. It's mostly just like hidden stuff. I think that's one of the weaknesses of the game. You also have healing potions. I have 3 currently. You'll upgrade them as you go. Switch back to the speed. This guy's weird because most Voidlings have a dodge on their shift. This guy has like a charge. He's still kind of wrecked. Still kind of wrecked. I'm assuming that at some point there's going to be like a harder difficulty setting for some of this stuff too, which is going to require more of the breeding. Let's see. So that was the mission. It's pretty quick, right? Like, you just in and out. 20-minute adventure. Let's go. And then the gameplay loop is going to be, you're going to come down here. You're going to collect your eggs. You're going to collect your eggs. Unfortunately, it has to go to like black screen every time you do something like that or remove someone from training. And then you're going to come over here and you're going to hatch. You're going to hatch your eggs and you get like a little loot box every time. So this is like super satisfying, right? Because if you hit really well, it's nice. So we got 8 eggs after, you know, what we got from breeding. We got exceptionally tenacious on this guy, which is kind of cool. And we hit, well, this thing's terrible, but this has 12 vitality. We kind of rolled bad on both of those. But that one guy's kind of good. We also, oh, these are from that other nest. We got a 15-10 here, a 15-10 here. These two rolled exactly the same. That's kind of crazy. And this one's a 10-11-8. So it'd kind of be nice if you could see the the overall stats too, instead of having to count. But you know, I think the goal here is, right, you're gonna keep breeding these guys up. So the ones we just got, you can sort by newest. Just got this guy, right? He's level 1. So we can level him up all the way to like, I think 20? I think 20 is the limit. And once we do that, he's going to have 20 more stat points because of the levels to put into him. And then, you know, he's going to be a lot more powerful. Then we breed him again until we get the ultimate monster, which is kind of the joke. So, like, then you put things on the training station. Because you'll level for killing enemies, but only if you're, like, the one doing it. So, like, this guy's 15. I'm just going to slap... Oh, this guy's too high. I'm sorry. He has to go into the max level 1. So you'll put them on the training station. It costs a bit of resources. They'll train. And you can get, like, 2 of each station and whatnot. So this is for level 1. Guys, there's some stuff here that can be smoothed out for sure, because it's a little funky sometimes. But you get to see all the monsters, which is cool. And they get more powerful. Some of these guys are terrible. Oh, this guy, black hole something. This guy actually makes black holes. I just don't have him. There's no, like, training ground that I've seen yet either. So it feels like there's some stuff that's probably missing from the game at the moment. But overall, it's a lot of fun. You can see all your creatures in here. They're just kind of hanging out. You can pet them, because if you couldn't pet them, what would you be doing? You also have this Voidopedia. So, like, these are the 9 I've unlocked so far. Guessing there's at least 12 based on this. Although this says 28% completion, so I'm not sure. 293 of 1040, and then there's like so many different variations for each one. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. The game's really sweet. Like I said, if you like third-person shooters and monster breeders, highly recommend. If you don't, then, you know, maybe check it out on sale. But so far, I'm a big fan. I just want to make this video, talk about it, because they sent me a key early. I had a chance to play it. I'm going to keep playing it. It's my Steam Deck game right now, and I really enjoy it. So thanks, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Jeff out. Bye.